What round they rise to find that?
You're playing touch butt with that dork in the park, the ponytail. And I'm the one who ain't got no training partner? I don't think so. You seem to have it all figured out when they're playing midget.
Damn it! 60 G's, baby!
Dust of Shakedown begins right now.
Booyakasha.
Fight Week Show, people. Then we're back with another episode of Dust Up Shakedown, and this time is 50th episode. 50th episode, man. What a milestone. Big ukulele entrance we got in today with my brother McDane. We got my brother Leroy in the house, my bro Yao from South Africa over there. Big up to everybody on the show tonight. Salute to you, Yao. How you doing, my brother?
Yeah, I was frozen like Elsa.
Y'all frozen. Yo, technical difficulties over there in South Africa. Let's move over to Canada.
This stream's fucked. I'm out.
Let's move over to Canada. Let's move over to Canada, man. You know what I mean? What a fucking show we have going on today.
I think we should go back to the very start. That's not a ukulele, by the way.
Yeah, I was like, what? You need to learn your instruments, brother.
Oh, it looks like a guitar, a ukulele, something that use string and strum.
It's like a ukulele, but bigger with more strings.
Yeah, more frets and
is it ukulele on steroids? Like
it's called a guitar.
Like your John Jones.
He's back. He's back.
I am back. I have returned. So that was not load shedding or poor network. I was just connected to the wrong router. My bad.
You've only had like 15 minutes to do that shit.
Yeah.
And what's funny is we've been talking for 15 minutes and nothing happened.
It was flawless.
It's crazy. Yeah, man. McDane, how you doing, brother? How you doing?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Just chilling, bro. Just chilling. Because I ain't seen any spiders yet. Just lots of kangaroos. And Leroy is a dickhead, so let's tell some MMA news. And he's got a monkey sitting on his shoulder. And it's actually just his fucking beard. He needs to shave it off because it's making him look pretty. Something you're not allowed to say online anymore because it'll get you bad.
Big up everybody in the house, man. Big up Nas 50th episode. I remember when we first put this thing together. We ran with Goonie. Big up Goonie. Salute to Goonie, by the way. And Nas joined up on the show, helped us pulled up on it. You know what I mean? Put some episodes up on the channel. And obviously, we're at 50 episodes with McDane, Yao being involved, Leroy doing all the great work that he does in the back. When we first put this thing together, I did not think we would even be making 50 episodes of this. Man. So shout out to everybody that's been involved, everybody that's been in the audience, that's been watching and supporting this section of the platform. Salute to all of you, man. It's been brilliant. It's been brilliant. I love talking about MMA news. I love talking about what's been going on in the combat sport world, and this section of the platform is actually one of the ones I actually look forward to every week. And I'm big up to Leroy. He actually came up with the name because we were brainstorming on what to call this fucking thing. And we came up with some all kind of fucked up names, man. But boy, this one was the one that we ended up going with, man.
It was the least shittest one of the bunch.
And we're 50 episodes in now. Leroy, how are you feeling about the whole thing, my brother?
Man, I just can't believe that we're on 50 episodes already. It's actually crazy. The platform has changed a fuck up from when we first started, from your co-host to the direction. But I think we're starting to find a groove now and starting to get its own personality and its own thing going. Something to distinguish it enough from the Friday lives as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Exactly, man. I like that shit. How do you keep that thing so white?
Little shirt.
Yeah.
Daz, mate. Daz.
Because you wear it.
Daz makes whites whiter. It's not even white. It's like an off-white. It's like cream. It's like Yao's towel behind him.
Here I thought you'd been running silly bang on that thing, man. You know what I mean? But boy, hey, what do I do? I thought silly bang must have been doing.
You don't want silly bang, boys. You want the pink stuff. That shit's what I'm fucking banging.
that shit is good still. That shit is good. I forgot what it's
See, my
called.
man knows.
Yeah, that shit is good, man. Anyways, people, big up Aussie fight fan in the house. George G, salute to you. Big up yourself. Everybody that's watching us on live, people that's watching us on playback, big up to all of you, man. Thank you so much for the support. And if you're watching on X or any of the other platforms, please make sure you're jumping over to YouTube. You're going to be helping up the channels. Make sure you jump in on the Rambling That podcast, Head Kick podcast, and the Fight Week show. You will be helping us massively. Leroy, spin the video for the first clip, brother.
Following Robert Whittaker's brutal knockout over Ikram Aliskerov this past Saturday, many fans have turned to Sean Strickland to fight Bobby Knuckles for the #1 contender spot. However, in a recent post to X, Strickland shut down the possibility of fighting Whittaker, stating that he's already beaten the current #1 contender, Israel Adesanya, and according to Strickland, everybody knows he beat the current champ, Dricus du Plessis.
I know Yao's got something to say.
Yeah. So those words, beat the current champ, Dricus du Plessis, just shouldn't exist because we all watched it. Yes, it was a very, very close fight, split decision, sure, but for him to think he could say he won the fight and that he deserves the rematch at that level, no.
That was his first defense, was it not?
You're not biased, no?
No. Me? Biased?
Tell us how you really feel, Yao.
Don't you fucking talk.
Look, in all honesty, I think he does deserve a rematch, a shot at the title, but it shouldn't necessarily stop him from taking up other fights. You don't want to be inactive for too long. And look, Dricus is looking to be active. He's looking to fight guys who are healthy. So it would help if he is healthy when Dricus, defends his title for the first time. Hola. But yeah, if that happens, I see him definitely facing Strickland in the next fight. There isn't really anyone else with a proper claim at middleweight right now. So yeah, definitely, I actually agree with his words where he says it was close enough that he should be next.
Look, I agree in that sense. I've always said, for me, I think Strickland should definitely be next. I've always maintained, even though Easy's my boy, that he didn't deserve the title shot based on title defenses. He didn't, he only just won the title back and then lost it. So really and truly, he don't really deserve a title shot in that respect. But again, then when you look at someone like Robert Whittaker, like since that loss to Dricus, he's on the path again. He's on that path where you can't dismiss him, even if they put him to be in line for the next title shot. You can't say no to Whittaker because he doesn't. These guys doesn't say no to no fight. You offer Whittaker a fight, he gets on with it, he gets his head down, and he goes about his business. So for me, the middleweight division is very interesting at this moment in time. Very, very interesting. All the at least the guys in the top 5, top 6, they've kind of all seen each other. We've seen the guys that have come up victorious in it. Yeah, the fight between Dricus and Easy is the one a lot of people want to see, especially this side of the continent. When I'm talking to when I'm referring to Africa here, everybody want to see that fight, and that's why that fight is a little bit more popular in terms of popular demand than is Strickland getting an immediate rematch. But on the whole, I don't mind Strickland waiting. I think he just, he literally just recently had a fight, and he said after that fight in the press conference that after that fight, I'm not fighting nobody. I'm waiting till the road's clear for the title. He's always maintained that. So trying to say, all right, do you want to see Robert Whittaker? It's like, bro, I told you after my fight the last time, I'm waiting for a title shot now. That's it. You know what I mean? So in that way, you can't really cost Strickland too much for wanting to wait for the title shot. I don't know what my Dane thinks.
onto what Yao was saying about like chilling and not fucking fighting for a while and not being active, mate. Sean Strickland's out there fighting every single fucking day. You think any of his sparring isn't an all-out war? You know what I mean? And you're being a bit silly. Like every single fucking thing, the time he's in that cage, no matter where it is, even if it was in his back garden, he's fucking fighting. You know what I mean? Even if he's fighting himself, like he's fighting. Like so. Yeah, let the man wait if he wants to wait. He's been active as fuck for a long ass time. He is deserving of the next fucking title shot as well. Like so. If he wants to chill on the sideline, see how things pan out and play out, then why not? Let him do it.
So does a win over Costa, does that qualify you as number one contender?
Yes. Yes, in my opinion. Costa, listen, Costa's fought for the title before. We can't just not apply it in this case. We apply for all the other divisions. If you fought a former champion, right, especially another former champion, if you fought a former number one contender or someone that fought for the title, usually it brings your name back into a title conversation, especially if you win. So for me, we can't then say, oh, because it's Strickland, we're not going to apply it in this case. Costa's fought for the title before when he fought Easy. He even said to him, like, hey, bro, when I beat you up, I'm not gonna hump you like Easy did. He reminded him. You know what I mean? He reminded him. So like,
Polo lost before he lost to Strickland.
Say that again.
Costa lost to Whittaker before he lost to Strickland.
Yeah, but he's like ranked 8th. So personally, I don't really think the Costa fight matters too much. But obviously, he had a very.
I don't see how that solidifies the number one contender spot.
But that's the same for fucking Whittaker as well. Then, like you beat Costa and then you just beat an unranked man, the prospect that they've pushed forward and pushed up. Yeah, I get it, cool. But I would also say
make them fight for number one contender.
But Sean Strickland's already number one contender. He just had the fucking the championship fight with DDP, which was pretty fucking close, whichever way you scored it. Why not let him sit there and chill and see how this plays out with Adesanya? He beat Adesanya.
I'm not opposed to him sitting out, but all I'm saying is if Whittaker steps up and fights someone else again and wins, I can see how the UFC are going to skip him. Go, you're not getting the title shot. You haven't fought.
Or you have to go against Whittaker, but then they wouldn't put Whittaker in another fight. So that's a good point.
I mean,
I got a better question for you.
To offer Whittaker another fight. Whittaker is a fighter that I personally don't think he would say what Strickland saying in terms of, you know what, I'll just sit out and wait until another fight presents itself. I don't think Whittaker would do that. But I think Strickland, on the other hand, two things can be true. He's earned the right to say, look, I'm sitting this one out. And I know what you're saying about Costa being low down in the rankings, but he has fought for the title before. And we've seen situations where fighters pick somebody that's either fought for the title or been a champion to put them, if they get a win over them, to put them in title conversations. And that's what Strickland he's just done. He didn't even need to fight Costa, but he did anyways and won. Like, what else is people looking for? Like, for me, I do not mind Strickland sitting out waiting, because I think he has 2 rematches, in my opinion, with Dricos and with Izzy. And whichever one of them two, they still got to go and see Strickland. You know what I mean? Because Strickland at least still deserves a rematch anyways with Dricos, and Strickland be Easy. So if, say, Easy pulls up the win against Dricos, for example, Easy still got to go and see Strickland because he lost to him. And if DDP wins against Easy, he owes Strickland a rematch anyways because he won that title over him and still ain't seen him, man.
So do you reckon?
I think Strickland is in the right space, and he needs to. Yeah, he's doing the right thing in terms of chilling out, waiting it out, let them to duke it out, and then see what's next for him. I don't think it's a wild thing to think. You know, I'm happy with Strickland sitting this one out.
I'm not opposed to it. So do you think, would you advocate for Whittaker to sit out and wait for a number one contender fight? Because I mean, who else is there for him to fight other than?
Yeah, both of them been they've been active. I think
so Whittaker will be on the sidelines for 12 months, maybe 18 months.
But that's why I prefixed it by saying Whittaker is not the type of man that will say I won't take that fight. Or he's always been on line him up, I'll knock him down till I get to the title. I don't care how many people I fight. That's been Whittaker's attitude, which we fuck with, right?
So speaking of that, had Chimaev turned up, the Whittaker that turned up, who do you think would have won that fight?
I've always picked Whittaker to win that fight, anyways.
Me too, but I'm biased.
Yeah, this ain't even a case of but it's just what Whittaker's done in the division and the people he's fought and the wins he's had, the wars he's been in, the experience. Like this brother is,
Reggie, we'll circle back around to that later. We'll come back. I don't think
he gets the flowers that he deserves enough. He's a fantastic fighter, and you know we've enjoyed many years of Bobby Knuckles' work, and long may it continue. I want to carry on seeing him prosper in the division, and let's wait around and see what's next for him.
How do you see it playing out? Yeah, do you think Strickland's the fight Whittaker?
I'm with McDane and Ola. I don't think there's any point in seeing him do it because Izzy versus Dricus is confirmed. We know it's happening. We know when it's happening. Someone's going to have to fight Strickland shortly after that. Give it a few months. So I think your point is valid where you say he might sit out too long and someone else might become more relevant or heck, he gets injured or something sparring. But I think he has deserved the right to then sit it out, take a bit of a break, talk crap, talk smack, make sure he's still in front of the media, making sure that he's relevant. I mean, Paulo Costa's kept relevant despite his recent record simply because he's still very popular on social media. So Strickland could do something similar to maintain his relevance through that period, making sure that as soon as either Dricus or Izzy are healthy after their fight, because that's going to be an absolute war, I think sitting it out just makes sense. I agree with Ola and McDane. It just makes sense.
Can I ask McDane a question here?
One second. Let me just throw this in as well. So who else, like my fucking cat, I need to sort that out. It's bouncing all over the place doing it. One other thing that we're also talking about here is just Strickland and Whittaker. Why are we not throwing Brendan Allen into the mix? Should Strickland be fighting Brendan Allen again? Probably fucking not. But they put Whittaker up against Brendan Allen. He's on his way to a title shot.
That's a bad matchup. That's a bad matchup.
Yeah, I think he'll be sticky. But Brendan Allen is definitely on it here, and I think for the division, when you look at the division, he's gonna cause trouble in that top fight. He's a scary motherfucker, Brendan Allen. I like him a lot, but he's
big for the division too.
Again, like I said, I was gonna ask you just now, my ding.
He's seventh. He's ranked 7th, Aussie.
What if Costa had beaten Strickland? Does that put him in a title conversation?
No.
Coming off the back of the loss to Whittaker, it definitely would have moved him up.
But does it put him in a title conversation where even if for backup purposes,
not if Whittaker beat him? I think it would do after the line. So Whittaker would obviously take precedent because he had just beaten him, even if he beat Strickland.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying still. Because for me, I'm just thinking a win over Costa, if Costa pulled it off against Strickland, at least would, like you said, it'll move him up the table. And you never know, moving you up the table. Look at Urseg, you know what I mean? He got in there at 10th place. So you just never know. But having that win over a former champion or somebody that's been in there for a title, I think always kind of moves the needle a little bit in terms of at least getting you that matchup. That's just what.
Well, like I said a second ago, if he beat him and it moved him up, would that have lined up Brendan Allen and Costa?
Yeah.
To then look at fighting the number one contender after that, or however it
especially with the win streak that Brendan Allen has had as well, coming up to that match. So I think it definitely. Even now, I don't think that's out of the question. I think he's a very, very good candidate to be seeing one of those. But I think he maybe needs one more fight, Brendan Allen. One more fight against somebody in top 5, and we should be talking about title contendership. So,
I mean, the only other person will be Imavov, but then you kind of look at how he won his last fight, and it was kind of like, it was a controversial stoppage against Cannonier, who is now for some weird reason going to be fighting Holland. That seemed to come out of fucking left wing.
Yeah. Yeah, we have to wait to see what happens with that one. That's a crazy matchup in my opinion. I
didn't hear about that one. That was insane.
Yeah, I don't even know how that runs, man. But that's a crazy matchup, man. That's crazy.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Wait,
anyway,
so is
people
Holland going up or is Cannonier going down?
Mate, if Cannonier came down anymore.
Yeah. But Holland fights at 185, don't it? You know, it bounces between both divisions.
Yeah.
As long as the bread's there for Holland, like, you know what I mean?
I want to know what Cannonier's manager was like, how he asked Cannonier. He's like, hey, so do you want to fight like Holland? And I was like, I guess, I don't know.
I think, is it Roman Dolidze came up? Did he come up from welterweight?
Was he?
He's like, I think so. I think Roman Dolidze's come up from like welterweight, and now he's about to go and be at light heavyweight to face Anthony Smith, and then you've got Cannonier coming down from heavyweight to fucking middleweight. You know what I mean? Like the two of them are just going backwards paths with each other.
Yeah, Cannonier's fighting. He's fighting heavyweight before as well, isn't it?
Heavyweight, light heavyweight, and then middleweight.
And the middleweight. It's crazy, bro.
Fuck it, bring him down to welterweight. I see welterweight Cannonier.
Fucking no, I don't want to see that brother cutting any more weight. You don't want to see that guy cutting any more weight.
But how many fighters can do that?
Two.
Exactly. How many fighters can actually do that? Because if you look at him now, he just needs to get rid of a little bit of muscle, and he could possibly make welterweight. Who knows?
Well, Habib routinely went from walking around heavyweight
I think Rumble Johnson did that as well, didn't he?
Yeah, Rumble Johnson went down a fair way.
Yeah, he went. Yeah, he went down. He fought in all 3 weight classes, 85, 205, and
he got a win in all 3 weight classes as well.
Yes, it's crazy. That's wild. People, big up to everybody that's watching. Who?
He's asking Dolidze fought at light heavyweight. I'm saying he's about to because he's going up against Anthony Smith. Literally this weekend.
303. Yeah, man, for real. 303. Yeah, man. People, salute to everybody that's watching us live. Big up yourself. Everybody that's watching us on live, make sure you're hitting that like button for us and jumping on all the brothers' platform on YouTube, the Rambling That Podcast, Head Kick Podcast. Kick him in the head. Make sure you're jumping over there, showing them some love. Come into the chat, engage with us, and share the video as well. So
seriously, jump over to YouTube because all the links and everything are in the chat. And if you're on YouTube watching us, you support us way more than if you're watching it on it. It's substantial. 100%. It really makes a difference for us. Drop a comment in the comment section on the YouTube.
Just before he bounces. Difference. Hey, yo, Osterberry is what's happening, my guy. Thanks for tuning in whilst you're in work. Just before you go back to work, brother, because I know you're skiving like shit. Get your ass back to fucking work, bro. You got like 12 kids to feed. Give me a big fuck Leroy in the chat before you disappear.
I was wondering. I just checked. I was wondering where it was.
Yeah, man. Boy, don't leave it to Osterberries alone, man. Everybody in the chat, man. Spam fuck Leroy, people. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Serious. Hey, Leroy, spin the next kick, brother.
Conor McGregor sparked a frenzy of criticisms when he withdrew from UFC 303. However, some fighters have voiced their support, notably Alex Pereira and Nate Diaz. Speaking to ESPN, Pereira said, "It is hard to fight with a broken pinky toe. I broke one before the fight. It was bad. In the fight, I broke the other one. Maybe if it was the other one, I wouldn't have been able to fight, so I cannot weigh that." Nate Diaz furthered that sentiment.
I think it's just a minor thing. I think they're making a bigger deal out of it than it is. Good idea. If I get fucked up, I would like to push the fight back too, but people will fucking freak out. So yeah, I think I wouldn't want to fight till I'm 100% ready to rock too, because in the past I've done all kind of shit I shouldn't have done.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's my boy Nick Diaz speaking over there on behalf of Conor McGregor. And look, we've had many things to say about Conor McGregor pulling out for all types of reasons. It's not confirmed that he's pulled out due to injury. Let me quickly say one or two things of this. McGregor is always somebody that everybody loves McGregor in terms of what it brings to MMA, what is brought to the sport, the light that is brought to the sport, being able to increase some of the pay of his opponents and people he gets in the octagon with in terms of that. But then again, when you look at his trajectory of late, it's not been winning fights. It's not been really, really active. It's pulling out of fights. There's so many crazy shit that's going on with McGregor. He's more active outside of the octagon than inside the octagon. And it's kind of frustrating. So I get it, right? But in terms of fighters wanting to wait, which is one of the reasons Chandler is still waiting right now to get in there with McGregor, because obviously the reward of sharing a cage with him financially is so substantial. It's worth them sitting out and waiting for him. And you see people that got no business calling out McGregor after they've just won the fucking title, calling McGregor out. So I get it. You know what I mean? I get it. But it's turned out, you know, he's injured for this fight, and that's why it's pulled out. McDane, you got something on this, brother?
Yeah, mate. All I heard then was Hawk Chua. Hawk Chua.
Spit on that.
That's all I heard that entire time, mate. You washed your fucking mouth out with that man's cock right there. Little pinky toe bruise. Shit. You know what I mean? I've done worse getting my fucking daughter out of a cot to change a nappy in the middle of the night. Fucking get in that octagon, bitch, and wrap that toe up. Nah, I'm just hating. Yeah, fair enough. Like, he wants to come back like full strength and fucking fully like full health and all the rest of it, and he doesn't want anything impeding his power shot, and he doesn't want his little pinky toe to be the thing that takes away his base or anything like that. I get it. And you're also, so obviously you had Nate Diaz. I never knew about Alex Pereira backing him up there. I never knew that one. Who else? Oh, his boyfriend. Ian Gary also fucking jumped on it too and said that it's none of your guys' fucking lives. So get over it and get on with it pretty much. But
Ian Gary changed his tune as well on that. Ian Gary, Matt Brown.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. He was saying basically he's like he still deserves some criticism, but ultimately when you have that much money, can you blame him if you just go like, why would I fight injured? I just won't fight.
Yeah, fair enough. I get it. And I can 100% get why he's not doing it. But at the same time, you look at RDA replying to him and how much shit he gave to RDA when he pulled out with his ankle. And then he put up the picture comparisons, and it just made Conor look like a little bitch with a little bruised toe. So,
yeah, RDA had a rock melon for an ankle, and McGregor's got a little bruised toe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Look, I say Chandler should go and fight someone else and put in some random clause that says, if I get injured, Conor still pays me something ridiculous. Because at this point, it looks like we're going to wait for Conor forever. And
I think Chandler should already be getting paid.
That's the thing, because I want to see him. I really want to see Michael Chandler fight. That fight he had against Justin Gaethje was insane. Chandler is a madman, and now to hold him back from us fans for this long is what's really killing me now. It's like, how are we keeping Michael Chandler, Iron Mike, on the fence for this long? Pinky toe or not, it's just like, let's do something that we can with him. McGregor is injured, or McGregor is this, or he disappeared, or he's a Bellator, but at least let's see Michael Chandler do something, because that's really what is exciting me about this fight, is seeing not just Conor back, although McDane, no, you're not too excited, but not just seeing him back, but seeing him back against someone that's as insanely talented as Michael Chandler. So for me, I agree with what McDane said up front. Wrap it up. Let's get going. But in all honesty, look, I hope Conor gets better soon. I hope that toe gets better and that he fights Chandler soon, because I just really want to see that fight. So Godspeed to Conor. Get better. Let's get in the octagon.
So the other thing to consider here too is that you've got Chandler sitting on the sideline, and he's not taking the fight because he doesn't want to, like you were saying, he doesn't want to like write it in a clause that he still gets paid if he gets injured or whatever. Because it could be like, okay, you guys are fighting next weekend because McGregor said so, right? So he really is stuck on the fence. He did post a really funny video yesterday or the day before of, it looked like his missus was filming him passed out on the floor after drinking a few. I think it was a joke, but it was pretty funny. Like, he's just like, what the fuck do I do now? But the other thing to consider here is that McGregor's clearly on the juice. And so he's now got a 12-week off cycle. So now you're looking at probably at the earliest next year. because you got to wait for him to start his steroid cycle again to get back onto it.
But let me ask you this though, Leroy. When you look at Chandler, because I heard Yao saying, Conor's holding Chandler back. Is Conor really holding Chandler back if Chandler's been offered fights by the UFC and he's saying no to those fights? Like, really and truly, Chandler's holding Chandler back by my calculations. What do you think?
That's 100% the case, but it's because he's stuck between this. Like I was saying, like he would have taken another fight by now if he didn't think there was a possibility that they'd be like, okay, in 3 weeks, this is when McGregor's ready to fight. You either take it or we move on from you. He really is stuck in that limbo space, I believe. I think he should have moved on ages ago. The fact that he hasn't, he might as well just wait it out now.
I think he's kind of holding himself back as well, though, because he's sitting there not doing anything. Yeah, I mean, like,
yeah. Well, he's staying busy, training wise.
Yeah, 100%.
He posts tons of footage of him training. Let me speak to Captain Motion here. He said, I prefer X as it's easier to put it in the background. I pay for YouTube Premium, so I don't have to worry about that. Also, if you're in America, the free YouTube, you could do that as well. So if you have a VPN, just put yourself in America, and then you can put this on in the background on YouTube. Sorry, just had to get that in there.
But we appreciate you coming along and joining us if you can't do that, mate.
Big up yourself, Captain Motion. Thank you very much for
also that comment is on YouTube. That's a real one right there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself, man. Salute, salute, salute. Okay, let's jump on to the next topic, Leroy. Spin the clip.
Arman Tsarukyan has learned his fate following an altercation with a fan at UFC 300. The Nevada State Athletic Commission has suspended him for 9 months, retroactive to the date of the event. Tsarukyan will have the option to reduce that suspension to 6 months if he completes an anti-bullying video campaign. He's also been fined $25,000 for the offense. Tsarukyan can expect to be eligible to compete again in mid-October, just in time for his expected title shot against Islam Makhachev later this year.
Let's come to McDane first on this one, man. You know what I mean? We know how much of a big fan of Arman Tsarukyan you are.
I don't. You saying that like I don't like the dude? I fucking like Arman Tsarukyan. What the fuck are you on about? Like, you said that like I'm about to shit all over him. Like, I like Arman, man. Like, what the fuck?
That's not what you're saying.
Tell us how you really feel about this song, McDane, man. Come on.
I like Arman. What did I say? You're all fucking chatting bare shit. That's what you're chatting. Anyway, run with your question, bro. Don't fucking swig your ice water. You're on a fucking show. Act professional.
You know, he got a $25,000 fine for that. $25K.
Good.
No, I mean,
I'm joking.
No,
that's crazy.
My question is,
today, Junior?
do you think they're right? Do you think they're right? Are throwing the book in the way they did. Like they literally for that. Like we've seen people do worse. I don't even get nowhere near. You know what they're finding him and banning him for. You know, I don't understand it. I don't know why they've gone so harsh on him like that for something that small, in my opinion.
Set an example, especially when the guy was like, yeah, I'm not pressing charges, just asked for fucking tickets for the 303 event. And Dana, like I said, way back when, probably told the kid to fuck off, you know what I mean? But never pressed charges. He was at his first event. The dude was giving him the finger. Yeah, it was an overreaction, but the man's walking out to a cage about to fight. He's going to be emotional. Like, yeah, I mean, tensions are going to be high. He's going to be feeling it. He reacted. He did what he did. But they're definitely setting an example out of him. 25K fine is fucking heavy, bro. Like, that is insane. An insane amount of money to make the man pay. And now to be banning him for X amount of months for fighting. But like you say, it'll only be, because I did say in the chat, this is what they're probably alluding to, people, is there goes his fucking title shot. But it's probably only going to be a ban in the Nevada Athletic Commission. So they can let him fight anywhere else. You know what I mean? I'm sure the Saudis will fucking take him over for a fight over there for a title shot.
Yeah,
they would be absolutely rapt to have Islam versus him in a title
Oh,
fight.
100%.
That would be next level for them. They would be cheering. They would
Probably
be like,
Islam's
finally
toughest
gave us
test
the
yet.
fight we wanted.
But the problem is this though, right? Yao, I'm gonna ask Yao this. I'm gonna put this to Yao. Yao, when you look at the UFC part of the punishment as well, which is why I'm thinking it's harsh, right? It seems to me when UFC is pissed off with you nowadays, they're showing a lot of teeth, and they're moving to fighters differently. Do you think this could cost him, is like Madden was saying, could cost him a title shot? Even if they go to Abu Dhabi, they might put him on the card, but not really give him a title shot and just look at somebody else, just because of this behavior here.
So I guess I want to start with when Khabib jumped into the crowd to beat up Dylan Dennis. Yes, Dylan was not a fan.
Let's leave Khabib out of this, man. Let's leave Khabib out of this, bro.
So I'm just looking at the punishment, right? Put it down deep. So if we look at what Arman did versus what Khabib did, and we look at the punishment of his suspension, the length of his suspension, it doesn't seem like it's fair in inverted commas. But we do have things such as the influence of the TKO group that's purchased the UFC, which might be trying to clean it up to make sure that it's nice and family friendly enough, because now they're trying to do crossovers with WWE. You know, you've got Donald Trump at the events, all those sorts of things. So they might, yes, be turning the screw to make sure that people are not trying to fuck up their money at the events with dumb stuff like that. So yeah, was it the right punishment from the UFC to suspend him for that long? Yeah.
It's not the UFC. This is not the
Athletic Commission. Yeah. We're also 6 years on. Yeah, I mean, things are probably a little bit more PC now than they were 6 years ago. Even though shit was fucking
a lot more PC.
Yeah, nobody.
Another thing to consider here is that there would actually be a lot of pressure coming in from the UFC because this ESPN deal is almost up and they need to re-sign with somebody, with a partner. There most certainly is pressure coming from both sides. But the the Nevada State Athletic Commission is, 25 grand is, that just feels like, we'll take some money too, because fuck you.
Yeah, because then it actually sounds like double punishment because you're taking money and time. Normally it's a fine or suspension, but suspension and fine to that amount, it sounds like it's really making a scapegoat of him in all of this.
Yeah, they were also saying that if he participated in a video campaign for anti-bullying, he could reduce that 9 months to 6 months, which to me just sounds like a big old circle jerk anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe if they took it from 25 grand to 20 grand, and then essentially
I'd love
to do anti-bullying.
I'd love to see what they do to Jones for beating up a fucking USADA official. Like, I would love to see what they do to Jones for beating up a USADA official.
I know what they would do. They'd just move the event. They've done it before.
It's fucking crazy, man. Anti-bullying camp, like, bro, come on, bro. Like, it's like they not always say, it's the fight business. It is what it is. This is the fight business, man. You know, I don't understand it.
And if you're a fight fan, like getting swung at by a fighter on their way out is like that's like bucket list tier shit.
Yeah,
that's actually a badge of honor. I got his attention. I managed to get his attention to get him to swing at me. That's a badge of honor, honestly.
Those are the type of things. I don't know about you guys,
but a badge of honor would be my broken nose.
A badge of honor, like, mate. I don't fancy getting punched by one of these dudes. So, like, if I'm honest with you, that ain't no badge of honor, son.
Like, these guys here getting fucking double gut checks from fucking fighters, but like, fucking craziness, absolutely craziness. You know what I mean? Y'all knows all about fucking getting all them fucking gut checks from this fucking fight. It's mad. I don't understand it. I think it's crazy. Like I said, if they're doing this to Tsarukyan, bro, they better fucking throw the book at fucking John Jones on beating up this fucking USADA official, man. They better throw the book at it. You know what I mean? It's mad. It's mad. Okay, let's get on to the next video. Salute to everybody in the chat. Big up.
Anthony Joshua is looking to give back to the sport that made him a star. The former heavyweight champion is reportedly working to open a care home for retired boxers, a project supported by the Ringside Charitable Trust. This initiative aims to provide a safe and supportive environment for fighters who are struggling after retirement. When asked about the charity venture, Joshua stated, "They suffer themselves, so we've been speaking about opening up a care home. That would be a part of my boxing legacy, that I give something back to the sport that made me."
Joshua. You know what? My opening statement was gonna be, "Who gives a fuck?" But this is my boy here, man, AJ.
I was about to say, I could pull up one clip that would make you give a fuck.
No, don't do that. I'm a leading duck. Don't do that. I'm a leading duck. You know what I mean? No. Seriously though, no, it's good. It's good what he's doing. It's good what he's doing. We've seen, you know, what happens to a lot of the fighters, in the sport with all type of different conditions, as we see in the NFL with CTE and stuff like that. And a lot of these guys don't usually get the help that they deserve, you know, once their fighting career is over, especially with mental illnesses as well. That comes with it. We saw with Muhammad Ali, you know, as he got older and everything that came, you know, as aftermath in terms of, you know, the illnesses that, you know, that he had, you know, from fighting in the ring. So yeah, it's good that AJ is doing something like this, for people that end up retiring and you know, just need to be looked after, because the means to look after those people is not paramount enough. So yeah, look, I rate it, I applaud it, and yeah, man, big up to AJ, but need to focus on getting them belts back, brother. You know what I mean? That's what I'm really on. But yeah, I support what he's doing still. Big up to him. Yo.
I think for me, it's to that statement of fighter support, although this unfortunately is not in the MMA space, which is the area we talk about it, because boxing already has its major purses. So for me, I absolutely love the idea. I wish it would transfer to the MMA space, which is also another space that does need the sort of support. You know, all these sorts of initiatives need to come up around the MMA space as well to give fighters the sort of opportunity. But what Joshua is doing is just phenomenal. Like you said, it's very important that these guys get help. And coming from there with these major purses from these big fights, of which these guys that are now needing help have been through, of which he might possibly, well, you know, if he plays his cards right, he's not going to get there. But I think, yeah, it's something that's absolutely phenomenal, something that's definitely needed, not just in boxing, but also in MMA. So let's see what will happen if that can possibly come across. But
the name that immediately comes to my mind is Stephan Bonner as well. Yeah, imagine if you had some sort of initiative like this with some infrastructure for someone like Stephan Bonner. I mean, there's multitudes of people, and
Matt Hughes, this is more some of these guys could benefit from something like this.
This is more aimed at like the guys who aren't well known. This is more aimed at the guys who tried to make their way in boxing and left the sport with no money and with health issues. But yeah, I think it's a great initiative, and like, if he's stating it publicly, that the fact that it hasn't happened doesn't mean anything, because if you're stating it publicly, Anthony Joshua is the kind of guy that's going to follow through with that. I think it's fantastic, and it really improves my opinion on Anthony Joshua. I already thought he was a top bloke, but you know, this really solidifies that. This is someone who's talking the talk and walking the walk as well.
Yeah, for real, my thing.
Tax evasion. So I see.
Yeah, that really is going to
say
nice, you know what I mean?
Saying it as it is, boys. So let's set up a charity.
Hey, if that's tax evasion, that's the best kind of tax evasion you could.
Always the best kind of tax evasion, because it's got the public perception of absolute fucking brilliance and kindness and empathy and wholeheartedness for a sport and a community, and the man's going to be saving some money. I'm telling you, right? Everything you said is correct. but there's a man behind the scene that's told this dude that this is a good fucking business move for tax purposes as well. I'm
Well,
just
it's not going to
saying
save him any money. It just means that he's.
Oh, it will do.
instead of paying
It will.
tax
It
to
will
the
do when
government-
it will do when he goes. Oh yeah, I put X amount of money into this as charity. Then that money gets counted at the side, and the rest of it goes fucking doodly doo. I pay less tax in a year. Thank you very much. I'm telling you, bro. He lives in the UK. It's tax evasion all day long,
bro. I mean, look,
tax evasion with a good cause. Unlike the Tories, general election coming up.
At the top level like that, you know, if you wouldn't say something like that doesn't go on when people are earning millions and millions, especially if some of the millions are coming from Saudi as well. You know what I mean? We've seen that.
You fuck. You broke me.
There's a good chance that might have
baby,
something
wild card.
There's a good chance that might have something to do with it. You're very well valid there back then.
I hadn't considered it at all. I think you're on the money.
Yeah,
I'm definitely on the money, boys.
I
Smoking mirrors.
think
Read between the
I
lines.
think that's valid. That is valid.
Are we saying that
Yeah,
MMA fighters don't make enough money to need to avoid tax? So that's why none of them are
probably
doing
not.
this.
Probably not.
They've been on Khabib's neck, and
No,
Conor
I think more of the
say one or
issue
two
is.
things about that.
I think more of the issue is there's no names in the UK, and this is a UK tax thing. So the UK just doesn't produce anything noteworthy.
Mm-hmm. Mr. One decent fighter, but okay.
Yeah.
You can shut up Australia over there.
What,
Yeah.
Steve Erceg?
Yeah, like the only man to save Australian MMA.
Oh, fucking hell. Yeah. And,
Beans knows it. Bump, 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 bump. Fuck the Tories. Bump, 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 bump.
For real. Anyways,
you know Anthony Joshua is voting for the Tories, yeah?
Yeah, he's 100% a Tory.
Well, tax purposes.
It's
all they
class
keep
thing.
talking about.
I can tell how much money you have by how you vote in the UK.
I can tell you how much money you've got by what you drink. See, if you're on that San Pellegrino shit, that Tory Tango, you can get to fuck.
Crazy. Big up everybody that stayed with us. We've come to the end of the show. Salute to every single one of you. Big up yourself. I see Rosie in the chat. Beans MMA. Big up yourself. Naz OG. Everyone that stayed with us. Matla. Big up yourself. If you're watching in South Africa as well, make sure you're supporting the Head Kick podcast. Kick them in the head. Go show them some love over there. They're rambling that podcast as well. Make sure you, man, are showing them love. Make sure you're going over there, subscribing,
Hey, Ola,
liking all the videos as well. Yes, Leroy.
I just got a couple little newsworthy things to touch on here. Usyk has officially vacated his belt.
Who?
Usyk.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he's officially vacated. He's basically said
Which one? Which belt?
let me read out the news story here.
Is it the IBF?
I think
yeah,
it was
because
the
they were
IBF.
putting pressure on him to vacate that belt.
Well, he said they were going to strip him, so he just said, "I'll just vacate." He said,
they were putting pressure on him
"Here's a
before."
gift for you guys. I'll be back for it soon."
Yeah, man. Big up.
And he tweeted Joshua and Dubois saying, "Yeah, it was a tweet to Joshua and Dubois, that one."
Yeah, he'll be back. Look, big up to him. What he's done in the sport, that brother there, for me, even when he put the gloves down, picked up the gun to go and defend his country, he earned my respect all the way through there, man. So, yeah, Usyk can do what he wants at this point, man. You get me?
And so, on that note as well, we do need to answer a question from Rosie, if I could find it.
Yeah.
She
Who do we think is gonna win?
Joshua Dubois.
Boy, if Rosie's gonna listen, I don't know if you have told Rosie about my 14
Ola's picking Fury.
flawless. What?
I said you're picking Fury.
What? No, don't listen to that. Hey, yeah, who are you picking? Who's your pick on this one? Who's winning?
I'm going Joshua. And like I said in the chat, for me, it's a little bit of recency bias, but after he lost to Usyk, you could see that he got hit a little bit hard and was a bit dizzy with that speech. But after that, all the things he's done, coming back, having the focus against Ngannou, having the focus to get where he is now. I think for me, I think he's ready to take that challenge and get a belt back and start another run. So that's how I'm feeling. Plus, I'm not really too familiar with Dubois' record, so I'm just going Joshua all the way. And I'm a Joshua fan at any rate. So cool, let's go. Anthony
You
Joshua.
like tax evaders, huh?
Hell yeah, man! If you could teach me, I am there. What are you talking about?
Right. The problem is, even if they taught you, we don't have any money to take advantage of.
Yeah, so cool, man. McDane, what are you saying? What you said on the?
I'm gonna go with who gives a fuck.
That's a good question, Rosie.
Sorry, Rosie.
Rosie gives a fuck.
I like Rosie.
You ask who gives a fuck. Rosie gives a fuck is what she's asking you, bro.
That's nice.
And so the other thing I wanted to bring up too quickly.
He said, "Fuck you, Rosie." I didn't say this. He said.
Did you guys see Conor McGregor go up on Habib for that? One of the blokes who did a training camp in Habib's gym was a part of the terrorist attack in Dagestan.
Ali Abdelaziz was not fucking happy.
At least say it on site, bro. On site.
So McGregor posted on X. He said hashtag McGregor was right or Conor was right. And underneath that, I think everybody else saw it. The first comment was Ali Abdelaziz saying, "I can't wait to spit in your face."
Yeah,
it's like, that's Venom right there.
That's on site, bro. That's on site. Look, Conor has his way of getting on that, their skin in that camp, and he's done a good job of it for so long. And if he's still managing to get under their skin like that, fair play to him. Fair play to him. Look, I know Ali Abdelaziz stand on business, and when he says he's on site, he's on site. You
just have to wonder what passport he's operating under when he says these things.
If Ali Abdelaziz goes up and spits on Conor McGregor's gonna fucking dust him like there and then.
The problem is this: he's still gonna be there by himself when that happens, bro. Come on, dog.
There's no way you would.
Come on, bro. Don't think that. What do you think?
That says more about the mouse than it does the man.
You can say what you want. Them and they roll out. Them and they roll deep, bro. If there's a definition of a thing that rolls deep, them Dagestani man they roll deep, bro. When they roll it, they roll deep, bro. You know
this ain't no fucking Adele track, son. You know what I mean? Like...
they're rolling in the deep, man. Yo, they got bad people with them, so I don't think it's gonna be when that happens. It's gonna be a nice opportunity and everything's gonna be there. Look, I want to see the aftermath of it, so they give us something to talk about. But you know what I mean?
It would be the most watched thing on the internet.
That's what I wanted to happen.
No Bones Podcast. What's happening, boys? Cheers for joining. Everybody go and drop the boys a follow on Instagram, Twitter, and on YouTube as well. Drop them a little sub.
Yeah, man. We definitely.
And on that note, a big shout out to you. A big shout out to you, McDane, and to Ola. That's 50 episodes, boys.
Yeah, man.
I'm digging the format. It looks like people are digging it too.
And congratulations to you boys for growing what you've done. Yeah, I mean, almost 3,000 subs. You're fucking killing it. You're going from leaps and bounds, and me and Yao are carrying you cunts, but getting there.
Hey, that's the game plan is to build the format and then get you guys to carry it, and we'll just sit back and.
You fucking genius.
I got a call with Anthony Joshua's accountant later today, so sort this bizzo out.
How do I funnel my fucking YouTube money behind the scenes?
Please share that number.
Oh shit. All right, people, we've come to the end of the show, man. Salute to all of you, everybody that's joined us live, watching on playback. Big love to all of you. Make sure you're hitting that like button, share button, subscribe button. Make sure that you are getting our videos out there. It really, really helps the platforms, all the platforms involved, the Headkick Podcast and the Rambly the Rambling That podcast as well.
The Rambling.
So please, the Rambling That podcast, yeah. So make sure you
Hey,
share
don't be
some
shy.
love.
Drop a fuck Leroy in the chat. I won't be
And
offended.
yeah,
Come on, Rosie.
Big up.
Please
Big up-
drop
big
a
up-
fuck
big up to
Leroy in the
everybody.
chat.
Rosie's not going to listen to you, McDade.
No.
You'll not answer her
She is.
question.
After you said fuck Rosie, come on.
No.
After I said fuck-
No. Me and Rosie are like this. Me and Rosie are like this. Telling you.
No.
She's Scottish. She knows the pattern, man. She knows the crack.
All
I
right.
think Rosie's more on one of these ones at the moment.
Oh, thanks for tuning in, Rosie. Fuck Leroy.
There you go. Anyways, people, come to the end of the show. Hasta la vista. We're out. Salutes. Love.
Peace. Fuck Leroy.
Hey guys, this is John Anik from the UFC. You're watching the Fight Week show. Please subscribe. Not now, but right now. Subscribe to the Fight Week show. We'll see you guys on the road soon.
That's a fun episode, boys.